Hey there, e-commerce friends. So traffic is getting more and more expensive every year if you run paid advertisement to your e-commerce store, right? So in this video, I thought I'm gonna tell you our top tips on how you can get the most out of it and get how to maximize the sales for your e-commerce store. Basically, I'm going to talk about 3 different things, including how to optimize your conversion rate, how to maximize your average order value, and how to get quality traffic to your store. So stay tuned and talk to you soon. When optimizing the conversion rate for your e-commerce store, it's always important to keep in mind we want to increase the trust and reduce the friction to your site, and you have multiple tactics and tools to do so. My favorite tool are social trust indicators. You can do that with review apps such as stamped.io. Get some user-generated content, ideally from your users, images, videos if you can. Get those reviews onto your site, it's very important. Another topic is that you also want to make sure on your product pages to communicate the value of your product. Don't only have a few simple bullet points. Try to utilize the space that you have above the fold and below it. So add some images, infographics, bullet points, get some additional content. Not all the users are going to read it. I read research with only around 17%, but that's definitely worthwhile, especially if you have higher ticket products. You want to make sure that you're giving enough value and that you communicate your product accordingly. Another way to get trust is by lowering or removing the risk of your customers. You can do that ideally with guarantees. For example, Domino's Pizzas, they always stated, hey, we're gonna deliver the pizza within 30 minutes. If not, then it's gonna be free. So very standard these days. I see it almost everywhere in every store already. It's like a 30-day guarantee. You might want to increase that because it's so standard. You might wanna go ahead and think about something else and also test different guarantees down the road to see what resonates more with your target market. Another big thing is to decrease the obstacles and friction in your website. Make it as easy as possible for the user to go and get into a flow from the beginning, from watching your products to adding them to the cart to check them out without many distractions. Try to reduce the distractions where you can on your site. So a few other tips is that you never want to give them too many options. For example, if you want to do cross-sells and upsells, don't show more than 3 items at the same time. People don't like that. They don't want to have many options because that's overwhelming, that's distracting. Don't do that. Reduce it, be simple, and give them only 3 options at the max. Another tip here is once they have to fill out a form, try to reduce as many unnecessary fields as possible to make it even smoother for them to go ahead to insert their information and then to go and check out. Also, go through your site, check if you have any unnecessary elements or plinking elements or unnecessary stock images that you can remove. Anything that might distract the user from going ahead from the primary mission of completing the conversion, and go ahead and remove everything. The last point here is also to think about if you can add some sort of incentive or a scarcity element. Like if you are into Robert Cialdini, scarcity is very powerful. There are 2 different types of scarcity that you can run. The first one is quantity-based scarcity or time-based scarcity. So if, for example, having an offer that will expire after a certain time, just very important to keep in mind. Don't just come up with some artificial offer or scarcity element, because your users will know that and eventually that might not resonate well with them. So think on the user experience here primary and then add scarcity when it's real. The next thing what we like to recommend to our clients is to make sure that email marketing is set up in the right way. Please keep in mind, email marketing will contribute between 20 to 30% to your total sales of your e-commerce store. So it's a very important element that you should have before even thinking of running paid advertisement. You can set up the basic flows, welcome series, the abandonment cart series, and so on. But then later you want to get into the rhythm on consistently broadcasting new sales offers, but also non-salesy messages such as just content, education, nourishing your audience with your brand messages and whatnot. So find the right mix here between sales messages and content messages to the crowd. A few important elements when it comes to email marketing is that you should look that you have a really great design ready when you are launching your email marketing. Another thing is that we recommend to have different flows and different messages segmented by the different user segments that you have. For example, you have non-customers, you have existing customers, you have loyalty customers, those are the customers that are frequently coming back to you, and you have VIP customers. Those are the high spending customers that you can define within your email CRM. And to all of those different segments or email lists, you want to have a different messaging. So keep that in mind when you run email marketing. Another side tip about email marketing is that, for example, with Klaviyo, it makes it very easy to integrate and synchronize audiences directly from your Klaviyo to Facebook. So you can create a segment within Klaviyo based, for example, on people who show specific engagement with your emails. They might open it, they might click it, but they don't purchase anything in your store. And then you can synchronize this audience to Facebook and retarget those people to come back to your store to check out. So that's an extra tip. There's a very great integration option between Klaviyo and Facebook. Probably also other CRMs have that feature as well. So you might want to look into that at one point. So in this first video, we talked about increasing your conversion rate. If you want to receive more tips like that, check out our website on wonderads.agency, subscribe to our newsletter to get more tips, and I will see you soon at the next video on how to increase your average order value. So stay tuned and talk soon. Bye.